Hey SnowRunners! In today's video I'm going to show you exactly how to unlock one of the coolest old school off-road trucks added in Season 15, the Mercer K520. This is a proper recovery job and the route is a bit of a journey, so stick with me and follow the steps closely. If you do everything as shown, you'll have the Mercer in your garage by the end of the video. To pull this off, you'll need a fairly capable vehicle that can carry at least 250 repair points, bring 150 liters of fuel at least for the Mercer. You also need 2 or 3 slot cargo bed. Make sure to equip a loading crane and make sure your vehicle can attach trailers. In this tutorial, I'll be using the Kenworth C500, but if you want to make the challenge easier, you can use something like Mastodon or Derry Special, maybe even Tatra Force. There are no repair points available near the Mercer, so make sure you bring everything with you. Once you load into Quebec's harbor map, the first thing we need is a 4-slot trailer to haul oversized cargo. A 4-slot ramped flatbed trailer works perfectly. Grab the trailer, then continue straight ahead and take the first dirt track on your right. Follow this track until you reach the edge of the ice. If you know what you're doing, you can drive across the ice, but I don't recommend it. Instead, turn right onto the small path along the ice. When you approach the rocky surface, turn immediately left and very slowly descend onto the ice. Once you're on the ice, don't actually drive on the open parts. Hug the edge of the shoreline, then move onto the dark patches of unbreakable ice and hop between the little islands. Keep hugging the edge of the water as you cross. After that, hug the rocks on your left and climb the steep snowy hill. This puts you back onto the small road leading right to the gateway. Go through it to reach Lake Rubier. As soon as you spawn into the Lake Rubier map, take the first left and follow the road that curves around the hill and the forest. We're heading to the factory to pick up one metal beam, which will be used to clear the roadblock later. At the forks of the road, always keep left. When you eventually hit tarmac, turn right and follow that directly into the factory. At the factory, pick up one metal beam, then leave the factory through the back entrance. Follow that road until you reach the edge of the ice, then turn right to descend onto the ice. Once on ice, keep left and begin driving very carefully. This area is tricky. Stay close to the edges and hop between the small snow piles. Your goal is to reach the safe zone where the road becomes visible again. A bit further ahead, you'll see a small loading yard. We don't need anything here, simply pass through it and continue towards the hydro plant. Cross the hydro dam to get across the fast-flowing river and continue heading uphill. Keep the cliffside on your right the whole time and eventually you'll pop out onto the highway. Follow the highway until you reach the gas station. Top up your fuel, but do not use any repair points yet. You'll need every one of them for the Mercer later. After leaving the gas station, take the first right onto a narrow mountain road. Stick to the right-hand edge and you'll eventually reach the blocked section. Deliver the metal beams here, detach your trailer and leave it at the roadblock. Now head back to the gas station one more time and refill if necessary. Then continue up the highway and take the left turn before the broken bridge. Stay on the snowy road until you see a large rock formation. At this point, we need to head downhill to the right. It looks hellish, but trust me, it's easier than it seems. Throw the truck into low minus gear and descend slowly. It's perfectly safe. At the bottom, turn left and follow the small road across the wooden bridge and up the next hill. Soon, you'll reach an open, rocky area. Turn right and keep following the road until you reach the warehouse. Here, we need to pick up 2 drilling spare parts. These will be used alongside with the 2 oversized containers to unlock the Mercer via the contract called Wormhole. Feel free to track the contract if you want. Load the 2 drilling spare parts and go back the way you came, returning to that open, rocky clearing. This time, go right, because we can't climb back that snowy hill with all this load anyway. Follow the road until you reach a really cool stone formation that looks like a natural arc. If it looks like a bridge, it must be a bridge, so let's cross it. Once across, follow the edge of the frozen lake and swing right to rejoin the actual road again. Eventually, you'll reach crossroads. Keep left and cross the breakable ice, and then another patch of breakable ice immediately after. Right after the second crossing, turn left and climb uphill. At the top, you'll arrive at the big frozen lake. This is the last genuinely difficult section of this recovery. To get through safely, follow these steps exactly. As soon as you touch the ice, turn hard right, then left, to place your wheels on the unbreakable dark patch. Switch your camera to a top-down angle so you can clearly see your position. Follow the darkest sections of the ice. These are the unbreakable parts. Stay on them or you'll go through. Retrace my steps if needed. Take your time here. This crossing can really mess you up. Once across, head straight to the ferry. Unload the 2 drilling spare parts on the ground and use the ferry to travel back to the harbor map. At the harbor map, pick up the 1 service spare part and take the ferry back to the Lake Rubier. Turn right, go uphill and drive to the opposite side of the roadblock we delivered to earlier. Deliver the service spare part to open the route. Your trailer should still be parked here from earlier on. Hook it back. Return to the ferry, reload the drilling spare parts onto your truck, and take the ferry once again to the harbor map. Now pick up 1 oversized container. We need 2, so you can choose. Do 2 trips or do what I do, overload your truck and bring both at once. The road is much easier now everything is cleared, so either option works. Do whatever you're comfortable with. Once you have 2 containers handled, take the ferry back to Lake Rubier and head towards the roadblock area again. You'll eventually reach a small town. You need to turn left to go to the gas station once again. This is your last chance to really refuel before the quarry. After refueling, head back into town and you'll immediately see the roadworks blocking part of the road. Don't worry, there is a big enough gap on the left for almost any truck size to squeeze through. Follow the highway until you reach a quarry entrance. Take a left down into it, then a right, then a sharp left. From here is just spiraling descent all the way to the bottom. If you overloaded your truck earlier, drop the second container at the bottom so you can reposition and pick it up safely at the bottom. Once you reach the delivery point, drop off the 2 drilling spare parts and the oversized container. If you chose to do 2 trips, simply head back to the ferry and bring the second container now. With this step of the contract now done, all that's left is to climb out of the quarry and find the Mercer. Use your repair points and your fuel reserves to fully repair and refuel the Mercer K520. And that's it. Congratulations. This awesome old-school off-road beast is now officially yours. Thanks for watching, SnowRunners. Hope this tutorial helped you to unlock the Mercer quickly and safely. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.